What's up, everybody? Okay, today I'm excited about this next project. I've been wanting to do this since I got this Jeep. This roll cage does not have a dash bar in it. It doesn't really have to have one for safety, but I want one in there for accessories. I want to be able to put my phone mount up there, or a tablet mount, cup holders, whatever. That's what I'm going to work on today. I'm just going to do a clamp in style. I bought the two clamps. We're going to weld in a crossbar for it. Something that's going to be removable in case I ever have to remove the dash or something like that. It won't be in a way I can take it out. So let's see. So it's going to go from here clear to that other side over there. So hopefully it doesn't take very long. We shall see. So I've only got like 3 hours to work on this today, so we're gonna get cracking on it. Okay, so like I was saying, try to explain this to you a little better. We're gonna put clamps, these two clamps here, just like that, kind of right at the top of the dash, and the bar will go from here to that side. And if I ever want to take it out, I just gotta take these little screws out, unclamp it, and remove it. Should be pretty simple. Shouldn't take very long. We shall see. Every time I say that, it usually takes me a day and a half to do a simple project, but we'll get going. All right, so now I got both clamps on, so I'm going to measure from one to the other, and that's going to be, looks like, right at 47 7/8, give or take. So probably start around 48 inches from here to here, notch it at 48 inches, and then shave it as I need. Let's go get my marker. So now I'm going to take this and measure out 48 inches. This is right there. Actually, I need to leave room to notch it on this end, so I'm going to go 48 and a half. 48 and a half. So I can notch it on both ends. Now we get my clamp here and kind of place it where I'm going to be notching, because I don't have a tube notcher. I do everything by grinder. So it's going to start there, and I'm just going to kind of trace it where it needs to go, just to kind of give me an idea of where to notch it. I'll do that on both ends, and we'll start cutting. I know where this side is, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it a little bit long. That way I can use my cutoff wheel to notch it. up. Okay. See, I think once I get the rest of it done, I think that'll work. Mark a little bit more here. That looks pretty good. More on both sides. Yeah. Alright, I am not a professional at this by no means, but it's notched. It will work. Now I gotta probably just tack this one in place and then start on the other side. So, good rule of thumb, if you're going to be welding and you need something to be level, make sure your welding surface, you know, your table is level. In my case, my table is dead on. So what I'll do is take my clamp, and then I will put my tube on top of it like so, and then I will level it. Let me do this. Okay, so pretty much what I'll do is I will make sure my surface is level, make sure my tube is center of the clamp. Then I will get my level and I'll put it on the side, and I will make sure that it's level side to side. And then I'll move this around to make sure it's level front to back. Now you can do this and tack it, and then do the other side and tack it, and it'll probably stay. But so I mean, it's kind of difficult to do by yourself if you don't have clamps and stuff. I've got clamps and everything, but I'm gonna try and do it without all that stuff, just to show that it can be done in case you don't have it. So I've got my welder. See my Big Max 215 by Vulcan. It's all set up. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of put my level on here, make sure it's level one way as best I can, put a little tack, there, and now see, now it's staying up on its own, so I can measure this side, make sure it's level. I can go, I gotta go front to back. That's pretty level there. That's pretty level there for the most part. Alright, so now I'm going to put a couple more tacks on it, just to hold everything in place a little better, and then we'll work on the other side. One more tack. Now the next side. Okay, so what makes things a little bit easier, sometimes getting your clamps lined up straight on both sides. Sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. What I like to do is put it on a table up against a flat wall, something that you know is flat, and then clamp it down. And that way, whenever you go to start notching, this other side, that clamp right there is straight up and down. So in theory, this one here should be straight up and down as well. It's worked for me in the past. That's how I'm going to do it again, just because I know it worked. And again, I'm trying to demonstrate here on how to do it if you have minimal tools. So I will clamp it down. Come on now. No. If I had my vise set up, it would be a lot easier. But I don't even have my vise set up right now. It's still sitting on a shelf. Alright, so that's pretty much set up. So I will start notching this next side here. Try and get it knocked out, and hopefully it works the way I want it to. So, and again, I'm going to do it the exact same way. I'm going to take a piece of my clamp, I'm going to set it up to where I think I need it, and I'm just going to trace. Trace it all the way down as far as I can. Then I'll cut it. And hopefully it's right. Looks right. We'll see. Alright, so again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I already notched it. Pretty sure it's halfway squared. Not quite. We're going to see what happens. So we're going to tack it in place. Let's see how far off I am. I'm going to go put it in. So that's nice and straight. That's fairly straight. Just a tad bit here. A bit more. Pretty good right there. This is pretty good. Actually need to make sure that's level first, or center. Alright, there we go. There we go. That a little tacky tack. Check it again. So it looks pretty good. Good-ish. That's good-ish. I'll put a couple more tacks on here. Go from there. All right. Let's take this over to the Jeep and test fit it. All right, so I got it in, but it is a little bit too long, so it doesn't come all the way down into place here, which not a bad thing. Just got to take it out, knock this off, and just take a little bit more off this side, tack it back on, test fit it again.
20 minutes later.
All right, so I got it trimmed up, re-welded. Now we're gonna see if this bad boy's gonna fit in here. It's gonna fit about like that. That other side needs to come up just a tad bit. Just to kind of make it level. My hammer at. Hammer time. I don't want this passenger side to come down any, because I don't want it to crowd the dash. I would like it to be up higher on this side. There we go. That looks pretty good. Right there, I think. Pretty much level. I don't know how level. Then again, I don't know how level my Jeep is. Let's see that first. Alright, so the Jeep's pretty dead on level, according to the hood. Oh no, I can't get that to stay there. Shoot. Okay, so it does look pretty level to me. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to kind of mark where everything's at so I know where to put it back to. But once I get it marked, I'll pull it all back out, weld everything solid, put it back in, bolt everything down, make sure it does fit the way I want it to. Then I'll pull it back out, get it painted, and then do the final install. Got everything marked, pull everything back out. Now I'm going to weld both sides fully, let it cool, and then put it back in, bolt it in, make sure everything, all the tolerances are right, make sure everything is perfect. And then I'll pull it back out and paint it. I am no professional welder, but I will show you the welds. I know you're just dying to see. Here we go. grinding, no nothing. Not the best, but it'll do the job. What's that saying? Grinder can make anybody look like a good welder. I'm a good grinder. Just not a good welder. It's alright. To the other side. Up. Woo! I hear the roasting now. Roasting of my skin and then comments is gonna happen. Okay, take it. Alright, let's let this thing cool and then we'll test fit it. It's in, so I got all 6 bolts on both sides put in. I got it where I want it. Looks like everything is gonna fit just great. So I'm gonna take it all back out now, clean it up, clean the welds up a little bit, and get it painted and ready, kind of prepped for final install. Put the finishing touches on the paint here. Makes it difficult while it's spinning. Or it helps. Kind of evens it out maybe. Alright. We'll let this dry. There we go. Let that dry for about an hour, I guess. However long. Then we'll get it put back in there. Well, I got it back in. It's all painted, looking funky fresh. Now we're going to do the final install, and hope like heck everything still lines up, because it wasn't exactly cooled all the way off when I checked it a little bit ago. I'm sure it's fine. So there it goes. That's in there. So we got 6 of these little clamp bolts. These tiny little suckers. 6 on each side. I'm gonna go ahead and get all these in and double check, and we'll check out the final product here in just a minute. All right, well, there it is. Finished product. Got the phone mount on it already. Things bolted down, looks good. Still has a little bit of clearance here. I want another mount on it. It's not too high. I can still see kind of see everything. So there you have it. Another day in the shop. It's always a good day. Like always, appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. I know some people are going to leave comments about my welds. I already know. That's fine. I can't wait to read them. Appreciate y'all. Woo!